Hi, this is Andy Scott with North Shore Apartments and Condos. We're walking into 909 Elmwood, number K2. This is a very big studio with a dining area and kitchen to the left, dressing room and bath to the further left, and a huge living room area with sliding glass, sliding glass doors, and a big closet. So to see the living room a little better, I'm going to walk towards the kitchen. Sorry about that. Wow, if I move too quickly, this loses its focus. So we see that the room is probably about 16 by 14. It's a big living room, hardwood floors. The window is facing north. That is actually a replacement sliding glass door. Really very nice. Most of the apartments don't. They have the wood frame, which is not nearly as easy to use. The curtains, are part of what the tenant left behind. We can leave them, but we're happy to get rid of them as well. To the right, you see the radiator, and next to the radiator, a nice closet. Next to the closet is the front door we came in on. So let's walk in. I'll show you the windows first. And the window again is facing north, looking into the courtyard, but it's really great. You just open it up, beautiful screen. We're looking into the courtyard. If we go all the way out, we can see the courtyard is gated and secure. So that's really nice. It's also really well landscaped, so that's really nice. If we look across, you can see the wood frames that I was talking about. So this is kind of a special feature of this apartment, which is really good. As I swing around, you see both the front door and the big closet. So I'm going to walk towards the big closet. Wow, I am having trouble keeping this in focus. I apologize. The doors open up both ways. And I guess the easiest way to see the size is to show you the floor. It's about 5 feet long by about 2 feet deep, so you can fit an awful lot of stuff in there. Right now it's got a shelf that goes the entire width of the closet. I'm sure we could get a hanging bar put in so you could use it as an entry closet. So that's the big closet. Again, I'm going to point towards the kitchen because that will be our next stop. After that, we'll see the bath and the dressing room. So as I go towards the kitchen, the first thing we'll see, A, is the continuation of the hardwood floors, but B, we have a dining area before we get to the kitchen that is about 10 by 6. So it's a big dining area. You could easily put a table in there and still have room to walk around. If we look at the kitchen, we see lots of counter space, stainless steel sink, cabinets underneath, so storage underneath, cabinets, more storage above. The fridge is a little shorter. It's about 5'6", 5'8", but it's a little wider, so it's a big fridge. These windows, again, are newer windows, and they're facing south. And as I slide over this way, you'll see a full-size stove, some drawers, more storage in the form of drawers. Next to the stove, more counter space and cabinet space above the stove. Next to the stove on the right is a back door that will take you down to storage and laundry. Lastly, under the windows, and to save floor space, you see, what do they call that? Can't even think of what it is, but that is the replacement for the radiator, and is still hot water heat, very effective. It's called baseboard, and that's a cast iron, so it heats up quite nicely and will keep this area warm. So let's go in, and maybe I'll start right at the very beginning. Nice countertop. Again, it's laminated. It looks like rock, but it's not. Stainless steel sink, very clean, very easy to use. Drawers underneath the counters. Cabinets above. And I'm going to step back a little so you can see the cabinets above. That's about 2 feet high, and each of the shelves are about 10 inches deep. So that's nice storage, and we have that same kind of cabinetry straight down to the window. I'm going to turn on the sink, turn on the hot water. There we go. You see it's coming out nicely. It drains nicely. Underneath, let's see if I can get a picture of underneath. I can. And those two strips need to be repaired. The countertop needs to be repaired. Those two strips will be epoxied back on. Otherwise, it's nice and dry, easy to use for storage, drains well. Everything is working just right. We see an outlet next to the fridge. What do we got here? Give you another look at the cabinet. Whoopsie daisy. Moved too quickly. But again, about 2 feet high. The shelves are about 10 inches deep. They're not brand new, but they look new. And that's true for the fridge too. The freezer on top, like I say, it's a little bit wider than most. So the actual volume of the freezer is really very good. And that's true for the refrigerator too, and you can see it's a nice new fridge. Crisper drawers under the shelves, butter dish to the left, and more shelving on the left. Next to that we have the baseboard. The windows look out into a rear courtyard, which is nice. Basically this is facing south. If I turn around, you can see the stainless steel sink in the dining area. And can I get a bead? And into the living room. Now I'm not sure why that is not focusing, but it's not. Maybe because there's too much stuff in close. There's the full-size stove next to the back door that will take you down to laundry and storage. Again, this is not brand new, but it sure looks new. And is nice and big. I don't think you're going to be able to see this very easily. Unfortunately, the electricity is off in the apartment, so ordinarily you'd have a clock flashing there. Here's more counter space, and there's one of the strips that needs to be reattached, but we can do that. I mentioned the drawers before. Here's one of them. They're all the same sort of cabinets, so it's nothing really different, but there's a lot of storage in this apartment. And every once in a while I just have trouble focusing, and I apologize for that. So again, I'm going to just show you the size of the dining area, which is actually quite big. Like I said, I think that's about 10 by 6. And beautiful hardwood floors. So I'm going to walk back towards the window, which is really, the window is nice, but it gives you an idea. This is not a small apartment. This is a big, big studio. And I think it's a very competitive value. So we'll walk towards the, really I think it was called the dressing room back in the day. This will be a little darker because we don't have the electricity, but we have a built-in closet here that's probably about 3 feet wide. And then we have a hanging bar that goes the rest of the way. It's probably 7 feet or more long. So the width has got to be 6 feet. Got to be 6 feet. And then we go into the bathroom. So I'll open this closet real quick. You can see there's storage above. I can't reach that, but there's the shelf. I can open up both sides so you get a better view. And the hanging bar, and of course I lose focus. And as we go down, we see a drawer for shoes or other things. Again, we have big space. Like I said, it would have been called the dressing room, but a hanging bar that goes at least 7 feet with a couple of shelves on top. I'm going to walk towards the bath. And before I give you a full tour of the bath, I'm just going to turn around, see if we get a better shot. Yeah, you get a pretty good idea of how big that dressing room really is, until it fuzzes out. There we go. Okay, switch positions. We go into the bath. We've got a nice sink, a medicine cabinet, lights, towel bars, standard commode. Underneath the sink we have storage. The bath has its own radiator, tile floors, nice clean tub, nice tiles. These are original tiles, but they're in great shape. Wow, I wonder why that happens. Let's check the hot water. So you can hear it coming out pretty well. And you can hear it's coming out pretty well. I hope you can see that. The shower head is about 6 feet 2 inches high. Again, the tiles are nice. Got a little silky baby, a little soap dish. Tile floor. We got rusty water in the toilet. I apologize for that. There's the sink. Underneath the sink, it's nice and clean and can be easily used as storage. I'm going to turn around and turn off the hot water. And you can see everything is draining. That works beautifully. So that's really nice. The last thing to show you, boy, I got to work on my camera work, is the medicine cabinet. And that's got a couple of shelves. And there we see the fixture for the sink. And that's really it. It's just a nice dressing area that goes into a nice clean vintage bath. Very easy to use, very good water pressure, which is critical. Everything drains, which is really nice. We come out of the dressing room, and for reasons unknown, everything gets blurry. So what is happening? Not sure why that's doing that. So let's go to the floor. Can we come up? Yeah, there we go. I guess it was just too much contrast for the camera. So we walk towards the window, and I apologize, that's not very good. I'd make a bad director. And we look back at the dining area and the kitchen, which is bigger than most, especially in studios. Let's see if I can stay in focus. It's almost impossible, isn't it? But we have lots of cabinets, big fridge, big stove. Back door takes you down to laundry and storage. And that brings us back to the front door. Thank you for watching.